Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka Nerdygirlcreates, and welcome back to my channel. It is Indie Friday, and yes, I'm back on screen again. And today we're going to take a look at a book from Image, and that book would be Radiant Black. Now, this book was recommended to me by my friend Ashton Jackal, and it is written by Kyle Higgins with art by Marcelo Costa. And it is what you'd think at first a classic superhero story. But in truth, it takes a turn you don't see coming. And it's a nice, fresh take on a superhero story. Your main character's name is Nathaniel, and he is a 30-something-year-old down on his luck. His dreams of being a writer have been dashed. He is in a bad financial situation. He is forced to move home from Los Angeles to Chicago, back into his parents' house until he can figure out what he wants to do with his life. And he's reunited with his old high school buddy. And when he thinks things can't get any worse, he comes across an object that's obviously alien. And it suddenly gives him abilities. It gives him this super suit that allows him to do all the traditional superhero powers. And he's not sure he wants this. He's got enough problems in his life, but suddenly now he's a superhero. And he's not exactly thrilled about that. His friend, on the other hand, is ecstatic. He's going and creating social media accounts. He is creating a list of possible superhero names. He is just enjoying this. And unfortunately, Nathaniel, before he can even figure out what he wants to do with this, his identity automatically gets exposed to the cops. The cops are now kind of like blackmailing him into helping protect the area. He is now a Uber driver trying to get information on another person with a suit that's using it for criminal activity. He finds himself suddenly right in the middle of a whole mess of stuff I don't think he's excited about. Halfway through the book, it takes an unexpected turn, and this is where things get really interesting. You do not see this coming. You are just kind of like surprised, and I can't spoil it, because if you're going to read it, if I say anything, it's going to spoil, and it's going to ruin the moment when you get to it. But it does like flip everything on its head, and I think it's really refreshing. To make a change like this. Now, the character of Nathaniel is somebody I find very relatable, and in the right way, okay? This is somebody, as human beings, we screw up a lot. We make mistakes. Our dreams don't always happen. We end up in a place we weren't expecting to be, and maybe not even be happy at being in that place. He's got to go home with his tail between his legs and face his parents and admit that, his dream didn't go through. He is trying to figure out what to do next. He's got his dad telling him just to take on whatever jobs, and he's not comfortable with wanting to do that, but at the same point, he understands his father's perspective on it. His best friend is getting him into a whole entire mess of things. He's just frustrated with him. It's who hasn't been in this situation, minus the superhero stuff. So it makes him relatable. He's got a lot of insecurities. He's not sure if he can make his dream a reality. He's not sure if he's the right person to be this superhero. And it's, to say it bluntly, his life is screwed up. And he's kind of forced into things and making decisions I don't think he wants to make. He's forced into things I don't think he wants to do. And it's a very relatable situation. Again, minus the superhero stuff. You look at his friend, who's the complete opposite of him. He's very happy. He might not be the most successful person in the world, but he likes what he does. He thinks the superhero stuff is great. He's more than willing to push his friend into that limelight. He's doing things behind his back Dathan's not very happy about, such as creating social media accounts and promoting him. It's more human. And I think it's something that we find less and less in modern DC and Marvel comics. There's a fear of trying to make certain characters vulnerable, certain characters imperfect. Allowing them to screw up. Because I think when you make mistakes, that's how you learn. And I see it too much. People are too afraid because they don't want to get called certain names. And so they kind of avoid doing that with certain characters. I enjoyed this a lot, and I highly recommend it. I know there's a bunch of spin-offs. I even recently purchased the first issue of Rogue Sun, which I believe is a spin-off of Radiant Black. I heard Drew from Comics Elite talking about it, and I was really excited, so I decided to pick it up. There has, I think, other spin-offs as well. It's kind of building its own universe, which is great to see someone outside of the big two building more universes for people to become invested in and like. Art-wise, art is good. I wouldn't call it the greatest. I mean, the superhero costumes are very uniformed. It's more reminiscent of sci-fi, even kind of a modern day Tron style, with the simple black and then the color details within it. One character is black with the red lines through him. The main character is black with the blue lines through him. It's very reminds me of the modern Tron movie. It's nothing over the top, flamboyant or spectacular, but it works for this type of story, and I'm looking forward to see what happens next. I will definitely be picking up the next graphic novel. I do recommend it. Tell me, have you read Radiant Black? Have you read the spin-offs? Is there anything else you'd like me to review in indie comics? Go ahead, comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.